morning. I'm Jim Schatzman, Executive Director of Racine Vocational Ministry. We work with people returning from prison who are in programming to become restored members of the community. In one of the Ash Wednesday readings, the psalmist says, "Have mercy on me, O God, according to your steadfast love. According to your abundant mercy, blot out my transgressions." This is a story about James. He came to us just after a few days being released from prison, following years of multiple incarcerations. James was an angry young man. He had a right to be. He grew up in abject poverty in the Deep South in the 1950s. He was in a home where addiction and neglect were the order of the day. He was removed from his house as a 7-year-old boy and placed with white parents where he was loved, he was brought to church, and taught to read the Bible. One day he ran into his mother in town in a Sunday suit and shoes and shiny shoes. She became insanely jealous of how good he looked, how well he seemed, and so she went back to court to seek having an opportunity to have him restored to her house. Just days after being back at his house, his brother died. He said, "On that day I lost my brother and my mother, who slipped into a dark addiction and a life of theft." As he became an adult, James had trouble with violence. He once nearly beat a man close to his death. Multiple incarcerations were part of his young life, and his last sentence was 26 years. After coming out, James knew he needed a change, and he came to RVM. And he said to me one day, he said, "This is the first place since I was a child where people respect me and treat me like a human being." James has been going to church, he's been volunteering, he's been attending regular Bible study, and he even has a part-time job matching his Social Security. James is doing very, very well. James was surprised by the warmth and the relationships that he developed while he was here. We do more than transactional services. We're really working to develop transformational relationships. James now volunteers at his church as well as his job, and in 2023, he received a Rising Star Award from Racine Vocational Ministry. God never gave up on him, and neither did we. I'd like to thank you and all the donors to Outreach for Hope for supporting our ministry and helping to transform lives and restore people to community. Thank you.